The air war between India and Pakistan has ended several months ago. The Bharata Empire Air Force, which claims to be the world's third strongest military power, went from being full of confidence before the war and showcasing its strength to the world, to becoming a laughingstock in global media, wildly mocked by netizens from various countries. This illusory empire built on bragging and fabrication created the funniest scene in human war history. After defeat, the whole country celebrated for 10 days and sent multiple propaganda teams around the world to proclaim India's victory. Only months after the war did it think to announce its battle results. Whenever a hotspot about the India-Pakistan air war pops up on the internet, Indians have to come out and perform. For example, after Trump announced that a certain nuclear-armed country lost at least 5 fighter jets, Indian Air Force Chief of Staff Amarpreet Singh declared that India has shot down 5 Pakistani fighter jets, trying to mislead the domestic public. Trump thought maybe he wasn't clear enough, so he specified that India lost 7 fighter jets. Now Singh didn't know how to follow up, because the American master slapped Modi and India hard across the face in front of global media. Modi and his mouthpieces fell silent. They knew they couldn't resist the American master's humiliation and could only endure it quietly, shedding tears in dark corners. But when professional media like the British Air Force monthly published the India-Pakistan battle report, pointing out that India actually lost more than 8 fighter jets, including 5 Rafale, the Indian Air Force got restless again. Yes, Britain was India's former master, and it has already lost its guardianship over India. What right does it have to humiliate India like the Americans? So the clowns in the Indian Air Force started performing again, claiming that the Indian Air Force shot down 10 Pakistani jets in Operation Sindoor. But the British provided specific times, locations, involved personnel, satellite and ground intelligence, and reliable media sources for the battle, while the Indians just moved their lips, flexing their basic skills in bragging and lying. Many people don't understand why global media is crazily mocking Indians. Don't they really know? Indians just need to glance at news from other countries to realize that the Bharata Empire is a joke and Modi is the king of clowns. In the face of ironclad facts like this, does Gaudy media's fake propaganda even make sense? The answer is yes, it does. In my previous video, I mocked Modi's fans for having memories that last only 7 days. Not to mention something that happened months ago. This idiot Modi tells them that cow dung can be eaten and cow urine can be drunk, and they believe it without hesitation. When they step on a pile of cow dung, they could grab a bit and try tasting it to verify for themselves, but they won't do that. They choose to believe Modi. So besides Modi's fans having short memories and blind obedience, are there other reasons? Actually, from a journalism professional perspective, this phenomenon is easy to explain. It's the information silo effect, also known as the echo chamber effect. When clowns like Hitler and Mussolini persecuted opponents domestically, some people could easily tell they were evil and wrong. But when they saw most people around them applauding and cheering for the fascist clowns, they fell into self-doubt, gradually denying themselves and following the mainstream opinion. Later they started clapping too, falling into madness. Then the whole country was bound to the clown's chariot of insanity, racing toward the abyss of destruction. Until the Allies met at the Elbe River and Mussolini and Hitler died one after another. Only then did these people gradually wake up. Or they woke up earlier but didn't dare speak out, fearing they would become targets of attack. This is exactly the current Indian society. Many people know that counting cow dung into GDP is an economic disgrace, an insult to statistics, or rather an insult to Indian intelligence. But you can't say it out loud, because without cow dung and without faking economic data, India's GDP total couldn't enter the top ranks, let alone surpass Japan. If you point out this common sense error, you shatter the bubble of the great revival of the Bharata illusory empire built by Modi and BJP, hurting the national pride of many Indians. Then you naturally get accused of being unpatriotic and told to get out of India. To be honest, I'm quite curious. If I were an Indian, Finding a way to escape this country would be the greatest luck. When Modi incites Hindus to persecute Muslims and other ethnic groups, many people actually know it's wrong. When India's high caste groups persecute low caste groups, most people also know it's wrong. But they don't dare speak out, because in Modi's Bharata illusory empire, these are symbols of national revival. Reconciling with Muslims means disrespecting the Bharata Empire's religious culture. Opposing high caste privileges means denying Modi's efforts for caste equality. So when India registers castes in the census, rational people know this will buy huge hidden dangers for caste discrimination. But they don't dare speak, because Modi is always right. Exposing this clown Modi's mistakes means you don't love India and makes you a target of attack. We foreigners mock Gaudiya media figures like Paki Sharma and Arnab Goswami every day for their bragging, fabrication, and lack of professional knowledge. Do these hosts know their shows are fake news? Of course they do. Their target audience is stupid, but they themselves are not. The news they put out isn't meant for foreigners at all, but for Modi's believers. They keep bragging that India is strong, respected globally, plays an important role in international affairs, is America's natural ally, and shares democratic values with the US. India has more potential than China and will replace and surpass China. After Trump kept humiliating India and Modi, they resisted for a few days and then fell silent. Meanwhile, Modi stayed low-key and hidden, avoiding direct confrontation with the American master. But if British media wants to humiliate the Bharata Empire, they still organize a counterattack. First Post releasing such boring videos is never for us who mock India and Modi. It's aimed at those Modi fans whose self-esteem has been flushed down the toilet into the sewer. It gives them some spiritual comfort, letting them believe India didn't lose the war.